Good morning. How is everybody this fine Wednesday morning? Wednesday morning live stream. Come on in. Let's have a little coffee chat. Looks like everybody slept in today, huh? Maybe out Christmas shopping. Come on in. Get your popsicle. I'll use this time to get set up, I guess. Morning. Hey, Gray, how you doing? Good to see ya. Oh, we got three in here. Can you say good morning? Huh. It's really fast. Corsair Trainers, good morning. Just Mike, good morning. Random Lady, good morning. Trying to get the laptop set up so I can see the chat better. Feel free to visit amongst yourselves. I'll try to catch whoever I can. Darn laptop's got no mind of its own this morning. You guys probably know all about that. There we go. Try to get it refreshed here. There it is. All right. There it is. Whoops, I better turn it down too, my son. All right. There it is. Whoops, I better turn it down too, my son. There we go. That works. Oh, now I see everybody up there. Don't forget to smash that like button, you guys. Getting the box opened up now, you guys. Hey, Virginia, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Here we go. In and Out Spine, Corsair. Random Lady, how are you doing? I can see better now. Thanks for letting me do that. So I can get your names written down here. Glad to see all you guys in here this morning. How's the weather where everybody's at? You think you're going to have a white Christmas or what? All right, I got caught up. How is everybody this morning? You got your popsicles or coffee with you? Rita, hey, how you doing? Good to see ya. 60 there. We got 60 out there. Who else got a warm trend? We're supposed to get some snow later today. Coffee, yeah, gotta have coffee. Right on. Still chilly in Tennessee, eh? Oh, that's all right. If it's not snowing, that's a plus right there, right? You guys keeping up with the story I'm reading to you guys on Tuesdays? Definitely no snow, yeah. Not here yet, but the forecast is calling for it. $45, later up to 73. Holy cow, 73, I can dig that. Having breakfast of champions. How about you guys? Don't forget to smash that like button, you guys. Tells YouTube how many people I got going through here. Hey, how you doing, Backwoods? Insight Freedom. Good morning, Scott. How are you? Popsicle time. Yes, sir. It's that time. Almost got it all gone. Hey, Farmall. How you doing, buddy? Saw your video yesterday. What are you gonna do? Buy John Deere? Nope. You are the Farmall king. I am doing pretty good today, Scott. Went and got my flu shot, my pneumonia shot, everything's good. Hey, Haggard, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Backwoods, I'm going to start a series tomorrow. I haven't heard anybody talk about this yet. So you might want to get in here and listen. I thought it was a pretty good topic. Everybody talks about SHTF, but they don't really talk about what would happen if you were on an airplane and it got hijacked. So I'm going to cover that tomorrow. All right, cool. We'll be here till about probably around noon today. Nowhere to run there for sure. I was doing some research. I was sitting there watching TV one day, and I just got to thinking. I don't remember anybody talking about airplanes and SHTF. It's a bummer not having internet, Alrita. I'd probably sit down at the darn library and go live if I had to. Virginia says she's making boxes for the homeless. Everybody ought to give her a pat on the back. Well, that's great. You'll be getting it soon. Yes, sir. Exactly, Backwoods. Yep. That is part of it. They're telling you that if you do a lot of flying, you should think about taking some self-defense and close quarter defense. Also, I'm going to be telling people how they can pack their carry-on luggage. You're going to be doing a giveaway? Right on. Good luck with that, Virginia. I'll be watching for it. All right, Hollow Rita, thanks for coming in. Maybe stop back later if you want. Be here till noon. Good to see you. Back at you, Hall. You're waiting for a package, Virginia? I don't think I'm having any more packages coming in the mail for Christmas. How about everybody else? Christmas is just next week. Gosh, I can't believe it, isn't it? What's today's date? 15th, right? 19th? Yeah, that's next week. Holy cow. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? You guys hear me okay? Get that darn thing over here where I can see it. Getting used to it yet. Leather tools, yeah. Must be a Christmas present to yourself, eh? I have quite a few tools. Usually when I was doing it, I made sure that the customer paid for the darn tools. I would wait till they ordered their stuff, then I would get the pattern and everything. The pattern, the pattern tells you what tools you need. So I would just pass that little ditty right on to the customer. Yeah, those weave stamps, they come in real handy, I've noticed. I've got two of them. I've got the big one and then I've got the smaller one where you can get in those tight spots. Here, if I can do this without tearing everything up, I'll show you what I got. See if I can get it over there. There's, there's mine. There we go. Come on. I got a new tripod, so it's kind of easy to get you guys seeing stuff that I want you to see. I hope you saw it over there. I just turned it for a second. But I've got a whole lot of them. Been getting them for years. So is that project you're working on, is that for a customer then? Because if it's for a customer, you could charge that weave tool on them, and then you wouldn't be out any money out of your pocket. A good swivel knife? Yeah, I've got one. Mine is porcelain. I had one of the steel ones for years, but after a while I got wanting to have a porcelain one. I don't know if you can see that too good, but I've had this porcelain one for about 20 years and it never has to be sharpened. All you have to do is just clean the tip of it off. Whoops. Wrong hole. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Having a heck of a time here. Hey, Heat Seeker Bus, how you doing? Must be cold in your part of Canada. Did you get that condensation figured out on your bus? Wonder if putting that spray insulation under the bus would help you at all. I was thinking about that the other day. Hovering around the freezing mark. Oh, that's cold. Keith Gregory, what's up? Welcome to the live stream, Keith. What's the temperature like in your part of the world, Keith? Well, glad to have you come in. Thanks. Did you see that swivel knife backwards? May want to consider getting one of those darn things. About 50 and sunny. Right on. Yeah, that might help because it'll be a dry heat, exactly. One thing for sure with that condensation in there with the wood stove, you wouldn't have to worry about a dry air for a while. Yeah, you won't go wrong with that porcelain swivel knife. I just love mine. I've never had to strop it or anything. Actually, my old swivel knife, I'm getting ready to mail it to my brother-in-law because he started doing some leather work. Yeah, strops. Yeah, those sell pretty good if you know anybody, because those you can use for your tools, for razor knives. It's pretty good. Nice walnut. Yep. I don't know what mine is. I bought my rack a long, long time ago. It's still got the price tag on it. I paid. This was 20 years ago. I paid 24.95 for it. So they're probably a little more spendy now. Hey, Savage, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad to see you come by, Savage. How's the weather in your part of the world? I think everybody around that's here so far is having a heat wave. How is the new baby doing, by the way? Yeah, 40s. Yeah, it's cold here too. I think it's in the 40s here, but they're talking about snow later this week. We're unusually warm for this time of year. We usually have snow on the ground, a lot of it, usually a foot or better. Kids super healthy. Good job. So, has everybody got their darn shopping done? I finally got all mine done, thank God. Skinny Panda, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Don't you guys forget to smash that like button. Also, if you don't know each other up and down the line here, make sure you check each other out. Gift card thing works pretty well. That's what I do for my girlfriend. She's so picky about what she wants that I just go get her a $100 gift card and tell her go crazy. Whole lot easier than trying to bang your head against the wall and trying to figure out what she doesn't want. Puppy toys for $10, that's a good deal. At Walgreens, that is a good deal at Walgreens for sure. Hey, Sacramento Paranormal Investigators, welcome. Glad to see you drop in. You're new here. I'm going to write your name down on a piece of paper here. I don't know if you know the story, but I take the names on Wednesday, and on Saturday we draw a name for a gift. As you guys know, we're going to make some changes on my channel starting in 2019. You'll be seeing my pretty little face out here on the live streams a lot more. I'm going to do one day just for networking with other channels to make sure everybody grows the same. Probably do some panels. If anybody wants to be on some panels, let me know. I'll try to write a list down so I'm not scrambling when I start doing them. I guess you are out of the loop. Now you're back in it. That's good. Yeah, it's Wednesdays is why you always see me writing down the names. I cut them up into little pieces of paper. I put them in a little tin Tupperware dish or whatever. And then Saturday I draw the name out. And then just a couple of weeks ago I started doing a second Saturday drawing on. So we draw for the gift for Wednesday, and then I draw another name for a customer appreciation, subscriber appreciation. So on that one, you usually get something out of my store. That's yeah, I've been told that before. I get jolly this time of year. Don't you guys? Not so much now that my kids grown, but I still love Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. That's a weird channel name. How do you pronounce that? You love Halloween? Halloween's a good one too. I still got my Halloween ears right over here. Look at this. My dogs hate this thing. Put it on, they start barking. Good thing he's down here snoozing. He would have been barking. Yeah, that's what I like, Skinny. I like all that food that comes with the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, the New Year's, all that stuff. That's the best time of the year. You get all that good food. What's everybody's favorite dish for the holidays? Oh, not when you're cooking it? I usually help cook it because I want to make sure I get what I want. Well, that's my scheme at Backwoods. Make sure that if I help, I get what I want. If you don't help, you get what you get. Or in my family, anyway. Hoverboards, holy cow. Fell and messed up your elbow. That's what I liked when my kid was a little kid. I'd always buy him all the cool stuff, you know. And so the night before Christmas, I'd be out there when he was all asleep and stuff. I'd be out there playing with his toys because I knew that when he opened them, there was no way I'd get a chance to play with them. Hey, random lady, how you doing? I know you were in here a little bit ago. I didn't. You must be listening. What are you doing, Backwoods? Deleting your own messages? Yeah, PG's okay. PG-13 or something like that, but I don't like it getting all carried away. Questionable. The weekly reading is out, Scott. Yes. If you guys aren't keeping up with the darn book I'm reading, must be time to get up. Got an alarm going off. If you guys aren't keeping up with the book I'm reading, I do it on Tuesdays. But if you look in my playlist, all of those chapters I'm reading will be in there. It'll be in there under the title of the book. So you go back and watch one, two, three, however many that you're behind or catching up to. Georgia Rebel, what's going on? How are you today? Good to see you. I'm reading the book. If you guys aren't keeping up with it, I'm reading a book called Survivors. It was written by Angela White, and it's telling you what is happening when we get under a nuclear attack. We've been struck with nukes in all the major cities, and everybody's going this way and that way, trying to just stay alive. Still wrapping gifts. I think all mine got wrapped up. I could be wrong. You know how women are. All I got left to do now is to buy a few stocking stuffers, and I'm done. Phew. Good job, Bill. You still have to wrap? Yeah, that's the easy part, though. God, I was in Walmart the other day. I made the bad decision to go in the middle of the day. And I'm telling you, that was a seriously bad decision. Worst rapper, yeah, me too. If I can get around it, I won't do it. But if I do it, it looks pretty savage. No pun intended. Gangsta rapper, there you go. Yeah, something like that. Wiper juice, get some coffee. Yum. Man, I can remember when I drank that stuff 24/7. Time I got up till I went to bed. In between, maybe a beer here and there. Duct tape work as wrapping? Well, I suppose. Take it off a lot of you use just basically duct tape. You could get you some camouflage wrapping paper and then use the duct tape as the adhesive part of it. Hey, Kentucky Survival, how you doing? Good to see you this morning. How's it going? That sounds pretty good. Duct tape wrap. Merry Christmas to you, Georgia. Hey, old man, you slept in. How you doing? You stayed up till 2 o'clock? Oh man, I would have slept in too. I have to go to bed about 10 o'clock on the night before a stream. Otherwise, I sleep right through it. I am doing just super, Kentucky. Thank you for asking. Oh, that's a good idea there, random lady. Buy them clothes for Christmas and then wrap them up with their own clothes. Feel like going back to bed? Well, go. You can watch the stream from bed, can't you? Uh, how's the weather out there in the Pacific Northwest? Oh, from Zero to Homestead. Howdy, how are ya? Yeah, and snooze right through it. Well, that's probably why they make those replays now. Anybody heard about changes coming in 2019? I heard just bits and pieces of it yesterday. Heard something about they were going to change the way you become monetized. FFP, good morning to ya. How the heck are ya? Good to see you this morning, FFP. If you guys don't know each other up and down, make sure you check each other out. I see a couple of new faces in here, so make sure you cover them. Yes, they did. I believe they did that over the weekend, Scott, and I heard somebody say that they thought they were still doing it. I ended up losing like 15 subscribers. If I get 4 more back, I'll have caught back up. So if you guys aren't subscribed to me, make sure you do that too. I need 4 more to get back where I was at. I kind of think it's pretty nice that they go in and do that because I myself do it about once a month. I don't like doing it, but it keeps the ones that retire from YouTube out of my subscription list. Because if they take their channels down YouTube or the person decides they don't want to YouTube anymore, then they they drop off your list and you don't even know it. That's why you see it go up and down. So I just sit there and go through the list. Usually, if you see a little icon that doesn't have a picture in it, those are kind of suspicious, so check those out for sure. That's what I think. I think it's a good thing that they're doing it. A lot of people are kind of PO'd about it, but I think it's a good thing myself. Where they come from, they come in here just to cause hell. Well, that's a good thing there, Savage. So you didn't lose anything when they came in and purged everybody out? That means you're doing something right. Yep, just like riding the waves out at sea. You're right, old man. Yeah, I think it was. I got a note. A lot of people said they got emails, but about it. But usually, if I have something from YouTube, if I don't like what's in the caption that I'm reading in the email, I usually just put it in the circular bin. But I got a notice right in my Creator Studio too, right at the top of the page, saying that on the 13th and the 14th they were going to purge everybody's channel. But that's an awful lot of channels to try to do in 2 days. So my guess is that they're probably still at it. But I know they went through Bun because I lost 14 or 15 subs. And I think I did so well because I go in there and I do it myself once a month. So, oh, that's a good. How'd that happen? How come your channel went away? If you don't mind my asking, anyway. Falsely terminated? Oh, man. Sometimes I think those YouTube bots go too far. Oh, really, Scott? That's interesting. Because I was in a live stream yesterday, and the guy that was running the live stream was saying that while he was doing the live stream, he was still losing his subscriber list. They're purging out. This is the information I got that they sent to me. They purged out people that weren't active on your channel and also spammers. And I think they were going to try to take out some of the trolls as well. But you can't never really get rid of the trolls, as we all know, because they get rid of them, they come back under a different name. So you're never going to get rid of the trolls. They're always going to be there. And you know what? As long as they come in my stream and don't sit there and cuss and rant and rave, I kind of thank them for coming because it kind of pisses them off when they think that they're not getting what they want. And as their views as well. So, oh man, a stalker, huh? Man, I hope I never get one of those. You guys, do you guys know Keith and Sky Kronk? We haven't seen them around. Do you guys know if they're okay? All right, old man. Catch up on your rest. Try not to stay up so late. We're old now, you know. Spam accounts, yep. And anyone who was not active. Exactly, that's what they were doing. They must have millions of channels, I would think. I would think that they couldn't do it in a couple of days. I think they were wishful thinking on that and that they're still in the middle of it. My opinion. As of this morning, I had regained all of my subs except 4, so hopefully they are done with me. So how many has everybody lost? Has anybody noticed? Did you lose any, Scott? If you guys are not subscribed to Insight Freedom, please go over there and check him out. Scott is a very nice gentleman. Knows a lot about guns, you guys. All right, FFP, I'll see you later, in a little bit later. Yes, sir. Scott is great people, Georgia. I am really glad I ran into that guy. He's a gentleman. Oh, okay, Angela. Nice new name, Angela. You scared him with your mask, Savage? It's just true, Scott. I'm sorry. I really respect you and your channel. What the heck? What's happening here, guys? What'd you time him out for? Why did you time out Insight Freedom, Kentucky? I don't think I can undo it. I think I can. It won't let me untime him out. Or I don't know how to do it. Flora Jungle, how the heck are you? Good to see you. I am glad you did. How is your day going, Flora? Avinash Singh, welcome to the stream, Avinash. I'm fine, thank you for asking, Avinash. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hang on, give me a minute, you guys. Go ahead and talk amongst yourself for a minute. Trying to get a hold of Insight Freedom here. Cole Outdoors, good morning to you. How are you? Good to see you. Kenneth, the Kentucky fam. Hello, how are you? Welcome. We've been talking about the purge. Has everybody made it through the purge all right? Sorry to hear that you're sick, Cole. You're doing great. Super. That's all right. I sent him a message. Hopefully, he just wait around and come back. Sent him a message telling him it was an accident. I saved you, Kentucky. You're not in trouble this time. You have a blue-nosed reindeer? How come, Georgia? Just so you can be different? Yeah, that was on accident, Scott. He's still apologizing. Uh, Here I am building you up, and this next second you're gone. I was kind of, well, what the heck? Yes, sir. It is kind of hard doing on a phone, Kentucky. Yeah, I sent you a message through one of your videos, Scott. So when you get it, you can ignore it, I guess. So the new people, just the new people, how many did you lose in the purge? That was what we're talking about here, and kind of letting everybody know that it's a good thing, not a bad thing. Black Jacket Mafia, how are you? That's a pretty long name there. That's a mouthful for sure. Black Jacket Mafia Columbine shooting. Absolutely right, Cole. He does have a actually very awesome channel. He's very knowledgeable in anything that has to do with Second Amendment, and he is I'd say 110% uh, believer in your Second Amendment rights. I was thinking about doing that weapon thing in the dark, Scott, but I tried it and I couldn't get her done. I'll keep practicing and then do it. I should be able to do it. I don't get it. There's only just 3 or 4 parts to the whole darn thing. How many folks out there that are in the gun or prepping world can take their gun apart and put it back together blindfolded? Yeah, I saw him live the other day, Floral. But it's good that he's got a full-time job for sure. Those are pretty hard to come by these days. You can do it, Cole? Yeah, I tried it the other day. I was cleaning my pistol and I thought, well, since I have it out, I'll try to do this. I should be able to do it. I think it's that one pin that the pin that holds the slide in, I couldn't find it to put back in. I'll keep at it. Been a good many years since I had to do it. Had to do something like that when I was going through basic training. 2245. Oh man, I bet that was. Did you get her done? Hey, Kaylin. How are you this morning? You know what, Kaylin? I bet if you had a pistol, you could do it. Oh, I'm going to go back and look at it, Scott. I must have missed it. I'm going to go back and check it out. I write myself a note right now. Hey, look who's wandered in. How are you, Gray Man? Good to see you, Gray Man. That Murder Inc. Hey, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Good to see you, sir. You get my email, Gray Man? That was a pretty good interview you had up yesterday, Murder. Enjoyed that interview a lot. I've never had one of those, Scott, so I'll just have to take your word for it. Just making sure you did. I didn't get anything back. Ruger 2245. Must be a lot of parts to one of those then. I know it's been quite a few years since I even touched a Ruger. Irish Mama, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Good to see all you folks this morning. Ruger's one of Gray Man's favorites. Can you take it apart, put it back together, blindfolded? So Mark IV, is that one of the newer models of the Ruger, Scott? I don't really know that much about all the guns. That's why I come and visit you guys. Try to learn something. Wrapping gifts while the baby sleeps. I remember those days. God, it seems like just yesterday, but it's been a long time ago. Yep, that's right. Backwoods is paying attention, you guys. Too hard to catch up to you guys, so the new rule, Backwoods just told you all about it. Damn Santa. Damn Santa. Gray Man says he can take anything he owns apart, put it back together with the exception of a compound bow. I go in there and watch about every week, Kaylin. Don't you see me in there? All right. Hey, look who just wandered in. How you doing, Sue? Good to see you. Glad you made it. You're going to be the first name on the second page. That should be easy to keep track of. So the new rule for you guys that don't know, starting in January, is if you have your name into the drawing, you'll have to be at the Saturday Night Live. If your name's drawn, if you're not there, we'll keep drawing until we find somebody there. It's just getting to be a hassle trying to chase people down and getting them to respond. So I'm just going to put the responsibility back on to you guys. That's what your mom and dad would do, right? What time on Saturday? It's 8 Central. You see 10 Eastern, 8 Central, and I think it's 7 Pacific. Yes, sir. Gray Man's a heck of a sharpener. You do all yours by hand then, Gray Man? You don't use electricity or anything to sharpen them? Is that all done by hand? Yes, it'd be 10, 8, 9. Yeah, I believe it is 10 Eastern backwoods. 3, yep, 10, 8, 9, 10, yep, 10 Eastern and 7 Pacific. That's right, Kaylin. You're usually there anyway, so I'm just talking to certain people. They know who they are. That is a pretty nice little cleaver, isn't it, Gray Man? Herman the Great? Are, are you sure you know where you're at? Just kidding, Herman. Welcome to the stream, Herman. Glad to see you could make it. Ant the Balloonster. Oh, and the 8-ball-inster. How you doing, Ant? Good to see you. Keep it clean in here, please. I'm glad you love my videos. We are PG-13 for those of you that don't know. So you do it by hand then, Gray Man? You probably are an expert. If you can shave with them, that's pretty good skill. Not everybody can do that. Yeah, Kaylin, him and I give each other a heck all the time. Stropping is your friend, exactly. That's what does the fine tuning for sure. These here are pretty good. I don't get paid for this company, but these are pretty good if you guys like water. Sort of like that carbonated water that you buy for your house, those machines. Yes, you do. You learn how to use those strops for sure. Thomas Raymond, Kershaw, you know what? Mora makes a pretty good knife. They are sharp. I found out the hard way. Good to see you, Thomas. How's your day going? Kershaw's are really good. So are the CRKs. Okay, Scott, thanks for coming in. Have a great rest of your week, buddy. I'll see you out there on the tube, bud. Yeah, I've got two Moras too. I gave one to my son, and I kept the other one. Gave him the small 511. I don't know if you guys saw, I made a sheath for him for Christmas. He doesn't know it yet. Better keep my mouth down. He's just downstairs. Schrade is are a good knife. So are bucks. I like a good buck. Schrade has a lot of good knives. Zero tolerance knives. They must be spendy, eh? Yeah, there's a lot of good knives out there. There's a lot of inexpensive knives, like my everyday carry knife, pocket knife. It's just cancel, guys. I'm using a different camera. I never had that happen before. Sorry about that. I was trying to think my everyday carry knife I was saying before I got whatever happened to the camera was is a Camulus. They are a pretty good knife for being inexpensive. It's supposed to have a titanium blade on it, but I think it's just titanium coated. Yeah, I saw that, Kaylin. That's what I was apologizing for. I didn't understand why it happened, but the darn phone went haywire. I'm back on my phones until I get my new computer sent to me. What is a ZT? I'm going to have to look one of those up. I'm going to write down another note. Shoot. I'm learning a lot here. Essay, yeah, I've heard of essays. Haven't heard of the Blackbird. Yeah, I'm on my third one, backwoods. I'm trying to get them to jack a different one underneath it, but they're hem-hawing around. But I'm sure they'll come around when I start using my uh, box full of tools for assholes. I showed you guys the one Arnie made for me. It's a rasp knife. That's the one I usually throw in my bag. I just got another what the heck is it? Mora. Let me get it. Excuse me for the reach. I just got this Mora in the mail. So it still has the plastic sheath on it. It's a temporary situation. It will have leather around it. This is the Mora Nil, Knil. I believe that's what it is, an L. This one's pretty sharp too. I have to watch myself. Moras are pretty nice knives. Didn't know much about them until I got a couple of them. Yeah, that's exactly the one, Kaylin. KNI something. I can't read the last letter. Looks like it'd be a good skinning knife to me. All right, Kentucky, thanks for dropping in. Your name's on the list. Be there Saturday. Thank you. Have a great rest of your week. See you out there on the tube. That's a V on the end. That's what I was kind of wondering. Kind of looks like a L. That's why I was trying to look at it. Amber, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Uncle Al, good to see you too. Good to see you. How are you doing, Uncle? How are you this morning, Amber? You've been kind of busy with your videos there, Uncle Al. It's getting hard for me to keep caught up. Oh, it's good to hear, Amber. I'm glad you're doing great. You will, Gray Man. Look into. Have you tried Camulus? Try Camulus. I have one. It's been really good to me. It's a folding knife, but they have a Camulus has a fixed blade knife as well. I'll be looking for that video though about all your knives there, Gray Man. I'm glad that cleaver's working out for you too. Are you using both of them, the big one and the little one? How's work going for you, Sue? You're shooting footage? Is that footage of you out in on your property? Deer jerky's on sale at Costco. I had some sent to me by Chris McBee. It was delicious. It was venison. It was great stuff, but it's all gone. Everybody here liked it way too much. Has anybody seen Chris around? I haven't heard anything from him for a couple of days. Usually he at least shoots a text or something to me saying he's okay, but I haven't heard anything for a couple of days. He doesn't work too much. I believe he's on disability until he gets released. He's hoping to get released pretty soon. Yeah, I haven't even seen anything from him on Twitter. Like I said, I have his number, so we've been doing some horse trading. So I've got his number. He usually pops in and says good morning or something. I'm just hoping he's okay. He gets really bad headaches. Barbecue flavor? I don't believe I've tried that, Thomas. You do that while you're curing it then? I'm Ben HD. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Don't believe I've seen you here before, so welcome. They purged it by 17? Well, you should feel lucky then. I heard of some folks losing as many as 3,000. I lost 15 myself. I'm not down in the dumps. It's a good thing. They get rid of your dead weight. Thanks, Backwoods. I appreciate that. He's supposed to be sending me a new trigger mechanism for the AR. It's got the spring in there, makes it double tap. Pull the trigger once, it shoots twice. So he put me a new trigger together and he's sending it out to me. And that way I can keep that double tap one and have one that shoots a single shot so I can take it out to the range and get it sighted in and stuff. I get it all sighted in and whatnot, then I'll put the double tap trigger back in. Because I kind of like that. Can't wait to get some new glasses. Gonna get them in January. YouTube busted your chops and took 10. Amber, that is 10 is nothing. I lost 15, and I've heard some folks lose as many as 3,000. It's a good thing, trust me. They're taking away all your garbage. Yeah, exactly what Backwoods is saying. It's not our fault, it's all those garbage people that come in. They beg you, and then they either quit their channel, YouTube takes them down. Always something, you know. I'm glad they did it because I go through my subscribers about once a month just because of that, because people quit, YouTube blocks them or something. Yeah, it's better they do it than me. My opinion. You had to resub a few channels. I would look at the channels before I go and resub to them. You're blessed. Of course you are, Amber. Yeah, peanut butter is a good keeper for your preps. Everybody in here has 6 months worth of food, right? Stored up for emergencies. Yep, more bogus counts will always show up. And that's because of those trollsters. For everyone they take away, 3 come back. That's what I hate too, you guys, Backwoods, Kalen, all you guys, is if you don't go through your subs and make sure that your bells are chiming and all that stuff, that's another little game YouTube plays, you know. They uncheck the bell so you quit getting those notifications, so you think those people are not doing their job and you go and unsub from them or whatever. Just do your due diligence. Go through your subscriber list once a month or once every 2 months, whatever. Make yourself a plan and keep to it. You have 6 months of critters. You're funny. Chicken eggs and chickens, and you probably got the whole 9 yards out there. Spectrum Survival, he did a purge video. You know what? A lot of people did purge videos. You still have to, I think you still have to go through and behind them and make sure. I think they should have reprogrammed them bots before they sent them through. Keep buying Pepperidge Farm cookies. Why is that, Raymond? That's right. 3 months is a good start, but after you get 3 months, keep going. Doesn't really take that much just to set stuff off. You go to the store anyway to buy your groceries. Spend an extra, well, everybody's budget is different. So, whatever you have a little extra money for, just go out and spend it for something you can sit on the shelf for longer than 3 months. You can make up your own food buckets. For those of you that don't prep or whatever you want to call it, I call it prepping, other people call it other things. But you gotta be ready for whatever comes along. You've never been gifted food preps? I can't say that anymore. I used to say that, but actually, a while back, FLP did a Fill Your Gap. And he filled my number one gap, which was food preps. He bought me a food bucket, and it's still down there under lock and key, along with others now. It's pretty bad when you gotta lock your own food up in your own house. Otherwise, it disappears. I'll tell you something else that will last for a long time is Spam. And nobody likes Spam, but if you had it on your shelf, it would be good because it lasts a long time. Winco? Yeah, I miss Winco. They don't have Winco where I'm at, but I've gone to it. I used to live on the West Coast, so Winco's on the West Coast. Oh, you love Spam? Oh, I don't like it at all. I don't like it because I know what's in it, I guess. Yep, that's right, Backwoods. Everyone would think it would be the best food in the world if your stomach was touching your backbone. And that's why I say put that kind of stuff in your preps. You may not like it, but you may actually want to eat it someday when you don't have anything else. What was that one you were showing the other day, Uncle Al? You were showing Vienna sausage, wasn't it? A couple of days ago, you were showing those little cans of Vienna sausage. I love ham, not Spam. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. Wow, Kaylin, sounds like you've tried them all out. They're all different prices too. The buckets. hoagie bait. Well, it comes in kind of handy if you didn't have anything else and that's all you had. It would keep you alive. That would be something to look at, you know. Maybe that's how you should fill your stores, is fill it full of stuff that you don't like so that you know it won't get eaten. Canned chicken and tuna. Hope you got the tuna full of water instead of oil. Corned beef hash. You know, I think that would be okay, Thomas, if you were to get it in the can. You guys all know to inspect your cans, you know. Make sure they're not dented or rusting. Tuna and water, yes. Yeah, it would be good cat food if you didn't have any food for them. That's how I grew up too, Amber. Exactly. My mom would cook the food and put it on the table, and if you didn't eat it, you went to bed. I learned real fast to eat what was put on my plate. So you give, Random Lady gives Valley Food Storage her seal of approval. Hey, how you doing? You know, I've gotten backwards now that you say that. You know, when I lived on the West Coast in Washington, you know, you go to the dollar store and get those little pouches of tuna. I bet those would last a very long time. Remember going to the dollar store and you go back in their little food section and they got all those little dollar jars and pouches of food. Yep, I think you're right. Yep, probably the same thing. They were only $1. I used to take those little foil pouches of tuna and buy them, and then I would put them in my lunch pail. Yeah, we're still live. Can you imagine that? Gonna be live for, let me look at the clock. Probably another hour and a half. If I can keep you guys entertained that long, we'll be here for another hour and a half. Starkist Tuna Creations. Yeah, that's those little things you get at the dollar store. You can pack up a whole bunch of stuff from the dollar store. Go spend $20 easy, and just put them all back on a shelf and forget about them. Right now. I'm in Nebraska, Keith. This is not where I'm from. I'm originally from Washington State, but because I got sick and could not work anymore, I could not afford the economy out there, so I moved here. This is where I lived when I got out of the military. So I knew that the economy was low here, and that's where I came to. So here I am. What else do you guys think would last for a long time as a 6 month storage prep for SHTF? You know, since FLP had his Fill the Gap challenge, I had almost hardly any backup food because everybody in my house decided that if there was no food in the cupboards upstairs, they could always go down in the basement and get some. So I had to put a padlock on my food storage. So now I'm starting to build it back up because I am the only key for that storage shed. It's actually just two double doors downstairs, and it's probably 6 foot long by 2 feet wide. Double doors with a padlock on it. Turkey jerky? Turkey jerky's pretty good. I've had that before. I've got also down there in my storage, I have, I know I don't even like it, but it would be good in emergencies, is those cup of noodles or top ramen. You can get those storage pouches of top ramen or the styrofoam cups of cup of noodles. Now, even though I don't care for them, I put them in my food storage thing because they'll store for a long time. You're gonna hunt, trap, and fish for as long as possible. So what if it was a nuclear attack, Gray Man, and everything on top of the ground was dead? Then what are you gonna do? There you go, you covered that base. Good job. If you were starving, you might eat it, Amber. Think about it. It's like I said, most folks don't even like that stuff, but if it was that or die, guess what? Wolf brand chili. I would think anything in a can would be okay. I have buckets. I have buckets in my cupboard downstairs. I did what I heard this when I first started prepping here in Nebraska because but everything you have to have a lot of stuff. Even if you don't like it now, would probably be the best. If a nuke hit right now, you would be out on the lake drilling a hole. Are you sure that the radiation wouldn't go through the ice? I mean, water's contaminated. What's his Hoople's cat? He just did a series on radiated vegetation. That was kind of scary, you know. That he just had the information he got from a college. Yeah, might not have to drill a hole. A few thousand degrees might just melt it off for you. Yeah, probably 6 feet of ice, no problem. It would depend on how far away you were from the blast. We'd have to put it that way. Well, Amber, look at it like this. If it was an SHTF situation and it was either eat the MSG or die, what would you do? Yeah, Chernobyl's still all messed up, exactly. And probably will be. Like Washington has a nuclear plant on the east in the eastern part of the state. They always have problems with that thing, and if a nuke were to hit, it'd be gone. Just put it that way. Oh, you suppose you would have to throw up? Yep. That's how I look at it too. Am I frozen? What the heck? I can't see myself on the computer, just on my phone. I'm not frozen on my phone. Decommissioned in 2 years. Well, I suppose there would still be some fallout there years later, wouldn't you? My opinion, anyway. Even if they decommission a nuclear reactor, I would still think it would be a danger. Thanks for letting me know, you guys. I appreciate it. Refresh. There you go, Caitlin. Sue's over there by that other reactor in Washington. And then Backwoods Law, you're up there as well, aren't you? I think you're around Camino, aren't you? If I got my configurations right. Somewhere in that area, anyway. Blue Ridge catalog. Is that just a knife catalog then? I know the ship I was on had nuclear waste on it. We would have been toast if we'd ever got hit. I don't understand what you're saying, Kaylin. But that power, but that power that will be lost from the nuke plant will be produced by a solar facility. Oh, I'm not saying it won't be replaced. I'm just saying that even though it's decommissioned, it would still be deemed dangerous. You're in the green zone. Good job. You get that wind coming off of the sound, huh? Comes down from the north and then blows out towards the sea, right? Guess what? The wind comes out of the south. You're in deep trouble because it's probably going to snow. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying that the one that they're going to decommission, the nuclear one, probably still be dangerous. It still have active radioactivity because of the heavy water and stuff like that. Off of Lake Erie. You're in the red zone, Amber. I'm not sure. I think I'm not. I don't think I have any nuclear reactors around me. I don't even think they have them in this state. But I do know that where I live, that train 3 times a day goes through here hauling about a mile long uh, coal cars on it. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Backwoods. You're over there in PA. I was thinking about a different Backwoods. Not Backwoods raised, shoot, I can't think of his name. Wayne. If I don't call them by their channel name, I call them by their first name. I forget their channel name. I'm old. Western PA, yep. I got you. I was thinking of the wrong person. You're over there by Digger. Yep, exactly. That's what was trying to say, Kaylin. No, I'm not spicy. The guy up in Washington. I'll think of it here in a minute. My old brain's got to do some sorting. Lives up by the old man. So how many does Minnesota have any nuclear reactors, Gray Man? Are you in a red zone or a green zone? I suppose he would be, it would depend on what side of the border we're talking about. Hey, Gray Man, whether it be Canada or US, green. I know you do, Uncle. I got yours too. We have our indifferences, but it always works out. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Kaylin. I think you're right. Those powdered drink mixes would probably be good. I thought about that a while back. Well, I don't have any religious feelings for liquor. I haven't drank for a long time, but I do have in my stores, I do have those airplane bottles because I figured they would be good for bartering. Yeah, I would think that the powdered drink mixes would hold up pretty well. You may have to seal them, get all the air out of them, but get you a machine that will pull the air out. Then I believe they would last virtually forever. Yeah, I'm leery of trading bullets for sure. Because I'm my feeling is if you trade bullets, even if you've got plenty of them, if you trade your bullets, then those people know you have guns or ammo, and they have the possibility of coming back and taking them from you. Oh, yeah, you're saying the same thing. I feel the same way, Backwoods. I feel that if they find out you have bullets and guns, or both, or whatever, that if they have a group, they would just probably come and take what they want. That's my opinion. Dehydrated milk. Yeah. Was it in FLP stream? They were having that talk about whether it'd be good to store powdered milk? Is it powdered milk, Savage, or dehydrated milk? It's the same thing, right? Yeah, don't trade anything that can kill you because they'll come back to take it. I feel the same way. I've even thought if, just my personal opinion, excuse me, if they were going to go door to door and take your weapons away from you, I believe I would actually bury my weapons instead of letting them take them. I've thought about that for a long time, and I think that if they came for my guns, I would just bury them. And then they'd look at their little clipboard and they say, oh no, you have this, this, and this. And I would just look at them and say, hey, I sold them. What are you going to do about that? So, what do you guys think about powder then? Powdered milk? What do you guys think about that? Yeah, never give up your guns. There's got to be a way. I always thought that I was wanting to get a bug out location for a long time. My girlfriend talked me out of it. I should never have let her do that. I was always thinking that if I had a bug out location that I would get one of those long Tupperware totes and I would take a few guns and put them in there and then bury them at my bug out location. And then nobody would know where they are except me, you know. Yeah, I believe that eventually our government will try to take our guns. Welcome back, old man. Some of them women just yacky de yak, you know. Fat-free powdered milk stored with oxygen absorbers in a Mylar bag will last a long time. Who agrees with that? Trump, my love, how are you doing? Are you just passing through or what? Corsair trainer. I would bury my guns. I just have a bad, I don't know, mojo. I just don't want them to have my guns. I would rather tell them that they're gone. Amber says she's one of those yacky women, old man. While you were trying to sleep, old man, Sue slipped in. Well, you're in the wrong place if you're going to piss off liberals because we're talking about other stuff here. Try not to bring politics into my chat. Always ends up no good. I don't know. I don't think that would work. If they're going to be looking for your guns, they might have X-ray machines that could look through your whole house. That's why I said bury them. I mean, they could probably look in your yard too, but I would probably not put them on my property. Yeah, that's a good thing to think about, Savage. I never did think about that. I never went over into Iraq. I'm older than that. But that's a good one. I'll keep that in mind. PVC tubes. I don't think Tupperware would break down. That's some pretty crazy plastic. I don't know if it would break down or not. We have any thoughts on that? Yeah, they'll use metal detectors. That's why I said don't put them on your property. I mean, it's flat for as far as you can see around here. I'm pretty sure I could find some place to put them. Yep, Thomas, that's where I'm at, Nebraska. Right up towards the South Dakota border, actually. I have the South Dakota to the north and Wyoming to the west. Yeah, you'd have to bury some ammo with the gun for sure. Well, that's a good idea, backwoods. I never really thought about that. That would probably work better. Exactly. Have to dig the hole deeper. Good thing I have a healthy kid. That would be a good one. I don't have 400 acres, Gray Man, but that would work. They might send a drone over that could X-ray your ground. If Yellowstone blows, I don't know. It's quite a ways over there. I think it's on the west side of Wyoming. I live on the east side. Wyoming's about, I think about 15 miles west of here. Got all those Wyoming people coming over here to Wally World. They might get killed over there if we have what they have. I foresee it happening. I foresee that the government will try to confiscate our weapons. They'll be afraid that we will uprise. "14 foot of ash." You may be right, old man. They will try it. I am positive they will try to take our guns. That's why I've sat here and tried to think of every way in the world I can think to deceive them and keep them. Well, they have the right because they say they have the right, Thomas. I think in my lifetime it probably won't happen, but it will try to happen in probably my son's lifetime. You get an air rifle, I suppose. Air rifle that pumps up so you don't have to worry about it having CO2 cartridges. Get one that pumps. Yep, probably so, Savage. Count outnumber a radio with reinforcements and we call it in where we are so they go missing. A group of 30 or more. I know, Gray Man says he has quite the group. I kind of believe him. He's got quite a big family. I think that's what he said. I've talked to him about it. Don't want to give away all of his stuff, so. But he has a pretty nice group. You were in Iraq, right, Savage? I didn't get to do that when I was in Vietnam. Oh, they took air rifles during Katrina? Oh man, I didn't know that. Man, I learned so much from listening to you guys. You gotta let Granny greet them. Maybe if I go to the door with a walker, they'll just say he doesn't have any guns. Yep, I agree with you guys. If they come for your guns, they're gonna come in force for sure. That's why I said if I was gonna bury my guns, it wouldn't be right where I'm living. It would have to be away from where I live, so that when they do their random searching and come up empty, they won't come back looking. I've noticed that, Savage. That's why I like to listen to you in that Pref for X channel. I really enjoy listening to you because you sound like you know what you're talking about. Foot Fetish Fridays. How the heck are you? We are PG-13 in here. You got swatted twice with a walker? Holy cow. Yep, I see that. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you. I'm not sure a locker would do it. I mean, when they come, they're going to come in droves. I agree with Backwoods Law and Savage. I mean, they're not going to come a couple of guys knocking on your door saying, "Hi, we're from the government. We need all your guns." They're not going to do it that way. Yeah, gray man, you keep talking, but if you keep talking, they're gonna know. You can't be the gray man if you tell all your secrets. They came looking for guns, Uncle? Is that what you're saying? They came looking for your weapons? Oh, you think that's all they're gonna do, gray man? If they see you as a threat, they're gonna come in more than groups of 10. Yeah, you know, the groups that we belong to, Savage, basically goes through all that. Learning how to build your own weapons is part of the American way, I believe. Oh, not to every house, gray man. And yeah, I think you're right. Build your own weapons. I built the AR. I built it just so that it wouldn't get registered. Nebraska's actually real lenient with firearms. They're real big on the Second Amendment here. I don't know about the Bibles. I think ever since they've given the church so much power, I think they're right up there with the government now. My opinion, of course. You find it odd that you can conceal carry in the Capitol building? They probably have a lockbox for you to lock it up in, don't they? And they're going to already probably have people or groups on a list, so that's will gauge how many people come to take them away from you. Probably at something like a naughty boy list. I guess that's a paraphrase, but you could be on the naughty list, gray man. Welcome back, Amber. Kill list. I wouldn't doubt that a bit. Take them out so they're not a threat. But it could happen, you guys. I mean, these are all things that we live in some real strange times right now. I mean, if every American isn't thinking of something along these lines, they're fooling themselves. You're on the naughty girl list. You're going to get coal in your stocking. Cole Outdoors, how are you doing? Hey, Backwoods, thanks for coming, buddy. Great conversation. You must have had you must have had a high clearance level then for them not to be worried about you. I would think if you had if you had a high clearance level, that might give them reason to put you on the list. I bet you get more than a lump of coal, Amber. All right, Cole. Be here till noon. Noon will be the cutoff date. My butt will have had enough by then. See you later, Backwoods. Thanks for your service. Nothing like a good old country cop, huh, Savage? Those guys grew up in your area, they are part of the community. Why would they want to turn around and screw their own friends and family? Yeah, I agree with that, Gray Man. It's like I said, if people are not preparing, right now, I mean, they're just fooling themselves. I just don't know any other way to put it. TSA security clearance. Well, they'll probably have some sort of target on them too then. Yep, exactly, Savage. I mean, they were grown there, grown and raised in that area. Why would they want to screw with their own kind? That's like I did a video once telling people about the martial law, is because they'll put martial law in place because the local police and sheriffs and everything, they won't want to enforce it or anything. They'll go home and take care of their families. So that's when the government will come in and try to take your community over by force. Yeah, that's right, old man. There is a there is a executive order that says that. And anytime that you see that executive order being signed, you better be scared because that just means that they have a plan. Yep, if Obama had his way, he would take all the guns away. He tried when he was in office. Hey, look who just wandered in. How you doing, CR? I was wondering if you were going to come by. How are you today? And I think that's the same way with if they come in your house and they find a CO2 rifle, air rifle, or one of those pump up rifles, I believe they'll try to take those as well. They might even come and try to take your property if you have a lot of it, like Gray Man. He has quite a few acres there that he farms, so they may try to come and take your property as well, so that they can set up forward stations or uh, observation posts or something like that. The executive order doesn't mean just come and take your guns. They could come and take your livestock or even your property. You got one shotgun they can have? Yeah, I don't even think. I think if anything, I'd probably have that too. Because if I thought they were coming for him, I would definitely take them off the property and dig them deep in the ground, and maybe have one, like you said, one shotgun here for protection. And then when they came through and found that one shotgun, they might just leave you alone. Just take your gun and leave you alone after scoping out your property and stuff. Now, all these are just my opinions, so don't think that I know a lot, because I don't. I learn a lot from other people by listening in the streams and having my own. I really like having as much information as possible, and I think every American should be the same way, especially in these times right here. I mean, we are in real serious times right now, if you ask me. They've got people pitted against each other, and that's not a formula for peace. That's about right, Gray Man. If you think about it, best way for me to put it is after you become a man or a woman, you have to live your life. And we go through different changes in our lives. And every change that is a challenge could be thought of as a SHTF moment. Because just for you, to you it seems overwhelming. So I guess you could call that SHTF, right? Because we learned how to get through it, right? You learn from your mistakes. So just think about it. It's what Gray Man said. Everyone is different. Oh, probably not. They are experts at what they do. Oh man, you're right. They're probably going to interrogate you until they get out of you what they want. Bow and arrow? Well, that could be considered a weapon in their eyes. Yeah, that's right, Kalen. But if it could be construed as a weapon to do bodily harm, they're going to take it. The same with air rifles, the ones you pump up. Don't you agree, Savage and Gray Man, that if you have anything that might be leveraged as a weapon, they're going to take it away from you? Well, that's good, Gray Man. You must have been in the Iraq War as well, eh? I suppose if you had been through all that, I would probably be at peace with myself as well. See, I would probably be considered a threat because I have concealed weapons permit. That's right, Gray Man. Main point is we can't just lay down and let them take whatever they want. We have rights. As far as I know, we're still a free country. Oh wow, sounds like you had quite the job, Savage. What does HET stand for? You must have some sort of security clearance as well, huh? If you're in the military, you're already on a list. Uh, how far back does that list go? For us two old men? Taking your messages away? Holy cow. Oh, is that right? Well, they don't want you to hurt yourself, probably, Amber. I'm trying to make the fun thing out of that one. So you're saying now parts two in California is are you telling us that they keep track of the parts they use to make weapons with? Is that what you said, Uncle? Unscrupulous acts. That's what I get is people can get into altercations even on the street. You know, if you were on the street and you were get into an altercation and you get taken to jail and then to court, then that goes on your record. And then I feel that that's going to be part of the list that they go by when they come looking for guns or other things. Hey, Fred Flintstone, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to our stream. Sound like you got a plan there, Gray Man. That's already started in California. Is that what you're saying, Uncle? How could they keep up with all those parts? They're not numbered or anything. That's probably impossible. Oh, you probably learned all about people there for sure, Savage, being a bouncer. Yeah, we're talking about some prepping stuff. What would happen if the government comes for your weapons and stuff like that, Fred? A what if scenario, I suppose. You're just catching up, CR? Is that what you're doing? You're writing down all this stuff so you can get put it down on your live stream as well, okay? Give you a subject to discuss. Oh man, I know there's a bunch of weirdos in California. You just went back and played. So what you're telling us, you were like a merc? Yeah, California is a good place to go as a tourist, but I sure wouldn't want to live there. Happened to your family twice? What's a dirty word? I don't know what you're talking about. Yep, you're right. The whole world is nuts. Especially right now, I'm telling you, we live in some pretty strange times. I'm sure glad I grew up in the years I did because some of the things that people get uh, biatched about and taken to jail for and all that good stuff, we did that back in the day and we just got don't do that and taken home or whatever, you know. Nowadays, as you do any of that stuff and somebody calls the cops and you go to jail. You don't even want to go to Cali as a tourist, huh? They do. I mean, you know, when the computers came out, I said, man, this is really going to change the way the world works. But man, it's turned into a nightmare. Yeah, that's a possibility right there, old man. All you got to do is go and live there for 90 days and you become a citizen or a local citizen in that state. So you could go there, spend 3 months, become a citizen, and then vote your conscience, you know. That's all it takes right there. Yep, that's right, Savage. If you did something wrong, your dad just whooped your butt and told you not to do it again. And the older I got, the more sophisticated my whoopings got. And yes, that's how you learn respect and responsibility. I feel I'm fortunate actually. Is I have a son. He is going to be 19 here real soon in just a couple of weeks. Excuse me. And he grew up in the modern times that we're in right now. And I feel very fortunate that I can count the times that I kicked his butt, you know, whooped him as a child. And we've only gotten in one fight since he's become half a man. And he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, and he doesn't do drugs. He goes to work every day, and he goes to work every day that he's scheduled. I don't know how I did it. I don't know about a great job, but I'm telling you, I'm very proud of him for how he lives his life. He's grown up now. He lives at home still, but he goes to college every day. So I give him a break there. I don't make him go out and make his own living yet. But I do show him what it takes to live, so he will know that part of life as well. He pays rent and everything while he lives here, and that stays into a slush fund. I call it a slush fund. It's savings account so that when he goes out on his own, I'll pull all of it out and I'll just hand it to him and say, "Here's your start in life." He won't know that he gave it to me because I won't tell him. Yep, I was that way too, Amber. I was just wild and crazy and did whatever I want. But in those days, it was like, "Hey, don't do that again," type of thing. And I don't know about a good idea, but I don't make enough money just to go to the bank and pull some money out and say, "Here, good luck in your future." I had to think outside the box. You're gonna try eating a guinea pig? A guinea pig must be for your kid. Are you sure you want to do that? Yep, that's the same with me, Savage. My mom used to uh, get all of us kids up to go to bed or go to school. I mean, my sister would leave first because she was the oldest, and then my brother would take off because he was in a elementary school and I was in a different school. And as soon as they got out of the house, she would look at me and she would say, "Go change your clothes. We are gonna go fishing today." And she would let me skip school so I could go fishing with her. My brother and my sister were always on my ass saying that I was the special one. Guinea, oh, okay, you're talking about a bird. They probably call them something else. I think they call them, oh man, I can't think of the name they call them in Washington, but they have a different name for them there. They just sit up in a tree. You come up and pop them with a 22. Ice fishing is pretty fun. My mom and I used to go when we lived in Montana. She would drive her car right out on the ice. All those other ice shacks and everything would be out there, and she'd make me chop the hole in the ice because I was just a young kid. And we'd get our poles in there and weight them down, and then we'd go sit in the car and get warm. Yeah, ice fishing is quite, it takes, I never was good at it. My mom was, excuse me, very lucky catching fish through a hole in the ice. I was not that lucky. Yeah, it's tough for moms to be both mom and dad, huh, Amber? It's tough when the mom's the mother and the father. I guess I could say the same thing. I got divorced and had custody of my son, so I had to be the father and the mother. So I guess I guess it works. Stupid woman. You talking about Theresa May then? Guinea fowl. That's what old man calls them, Kalen. I can't remember what they were called in Washington. You had to have a license for them. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. I used to hunt for them when I was deer hunting. We used to shoot them when we went deer hunting. Are you out of here? Is that you're telling me you're out of here, Uncle? Oh man, $4,000 a month. I didn't get. You know what my ex-wife had to pay me? I took her to court to get custody of my son. The court gave her a child support amount of $25 a month. 25 friggin' dollars a month because she was a drunk and drug addict and couldn't afford any more than that. That's right, Savage. My mom was pretty tough on us, though. She didn't really whip us, but she could make our life hell. She could take enough away from us that we felt like we got whipped. Moms just had a way, you know. They just had a way of getting you to do the stuff they needed done. Yeah, pretty tough, huh? I actually told the judge I didn't want anything out of her because uh, she was a drunk and a drug addict. But the judge told me he wanted to give her some sort of compensation so that it would be hard for her. I never saw most of it. The state took her driver's license away from her for not paying, and she just didn't pay. She just didn't drive. Then she turned around and blamed me for everything. You know how it goes, guys. I don't have to tell you. That's right, dads are. Boom, the boom's coming, yep. Don't make me tell your dad. That's what my mom used to tell me. Don't make me tell your father. Yep, respect your folks. That's right. You know, I made one mistake when I came home on leave one time. Uh, Shoot, I was still a kid when I came home the first time. And I got to drinking with my dad. I got to feeling my Wheaties pretty good. And I said, you know what? I think I can just kick your ass, Dad. Well, and what? He proved me different. He kicked mine. Hey, fat boy, how are you doing, my friend? It's been a long time. Good to see you. Where's your wrench? Well, you haven't been here. What do you mean, where's your wrench? Oh, now you done it. You made the darn thing go away. My chat. Now I've got to get you back. Let's see. Try to find me again. Let's see. See what we can do here. There we go. You stay up way too late, fat boy, for me to be able to come in there. I gotta get my beauty sleep. Just kidding. Good to see you in here, fat boy. I really appreciate it. Try to get my thing set up here. Now I got everything screwed up because somehow I got booted out of there. Oh, one cast, one fish. How you doing? You snuck in on me while I was getting my chat box back. Also, I see GM Lamine 23. How are you folks doing today? GM 23. One cast, one fish. Welcome. How are you doing? Yep, CR's just sitting in the corner. He's learning some stuff. Yeah, my old man was pretty tough too. He had to fight his way through life. He had uh, 7 or 8 sisters in his family. Oh, I always get a thumbs down. I thank them. Probably it was probably that troll that came through. Let me see if I can get you here. Hold on. Let's see. Just do this. Yeah. Now maybe I can get it. You guys just continue on. I'm trying to do Fat Boy a favor here. You know what? My dad tried whipping me. I'll make you wrench, Fat Boy. I can't do it right now, but I will. I'm writing it down. My dad tried to give me a whipping with his fraternity paddle. I don't know if your dad's had any of them, but he made one when he was in school, college. And when he was in his fraternity, he made a paddle for it. And I think I was 16 when he tried to use that on me to show me, teach me some respect, he called it. Well, he broke the darn thing on me. He hit me once with it, and it just split it right down the middle. And I didn't cry or anything, so he really made him mad. So he took his belt off and finished it off. So yeah, I learned how to respect my father. Nope, didn't have holes in it. It had the emblem for his fraternity on there. He had hand painted it in there. So when he hit me with it, it split it right through that emblem. Man, he was mad. Made him even madder. Oh, that had to have hurt. Yeah, the holes make it worse because the air follows through it. so there's no friction to the swing. That's how my grandpa did it too. I understand why this thing ain't working for me to give you guys some wrenches, but I'll get it done after the stream. I'll make you one too, one cast, one fish. You've been coming for a while. Usually if you come for a while, I give you one. But I've known Fat Boy for a long time. He'll get one after it's over. Yeah, the only time my dad really ever disciplined me was if I would skip school, and then when I went back, I would write my own note, and then I would sign his name. That would piss him off when I got caught. Okay, I'm gonna catch up here. Horse reins were used on you, Gray Man? That had to have hurt. Those are skinny. Yeah, those little skinny reins, man, those had to have hurt. Probably hit you right behind the legs too, huh? Not your butt, but down on your thighs, right in the back. That's how my dad used to hit me with his belt, was right across the top of my thighs so I could feel it, he said. I was one of those kids. I never really would skip high school unless I had a girl to go with. Usually I'd go skip a day and take a girl out and we'd go horse around. You tried to make a tinder pouch creative? How'd that go? Did it work? Yeah, that's right, Fat Boy. When moms have to be dads, they have to do all those man things. But you know, sometimes it pays off. My mom loved to do all the man things. My parents separated one time, and my mom would take me hunting and fishing, and she just made sure that we got a little bit of both sides. You swiped the notice out of the mailbox. Yeah, I tried that too. The school found out that's what I was doing, and so then they started calling my parents. Hey, did you know Will wasn't in school today? Was he homesick? Everybody say hi to Dustin. He's coming upstairs.
Hi.
Now we gotta be quiet. I can't talk about him anymore. Oh, right on, Kaylin. That's good to have a sister like that. Amber says hi, Dustin.
Hello.
He is a good kid. I lucked out, Gray Man. Hey, like I said, we have a big house, and his bedroom is the basement. Takes the whole thing up, so he can learn responsibility. Amber says she needs a YouTube dad. Which one of you gonna be her YouTube dad? Uncle Al says hi, Dustin.
Hello, Uncle Al.
Says hi, Uncle Al. Thanks, Gray Man. I appreciate that. Hi from Cole Outdoors. Must have had enough highs. He's going back down. Always hollering upstairs, hello. Am I going to have to assign you one, Amber? Nobody's harping in. Yeah, I know a lot of girls that took shop classes. They didn't like cooking. They had to take something like that in school, so they would take shop. All right, Uncle Al. A 7-foot hickory switch on me. Oh man, my grandpa used to make me go out and get my own switch. And the only trees he had in his yard were weeping willows. Figure that out, huh? It's just like getting hit with a whip. Oh, your mom didn't teach you shit? Moms are easy, I think. They have patience, I guess is the right word. They have the patience it takes to raise children. Got to eat in the morning taking home ec, huh? I couldn't deal with it. They tried to get me to take home ec, but I couldn't deal with it. Oh, taught you how to drink? Just learn how to drink with one hand, or did you have to use both of them? When I got drunk, I used two hands. Oh, your mom thought your sisters were saints, huh? They probably weren't either, huh? My sister was my dad's angel. Little did he know, she would wait for him to go to bed, and then she would sneak out her bedroom window, go party, go out with guys, stuff like that. It does, Gray Man. It takes patience. You know all about that. Most people in here uh, know that it takes a lot to raise a child and be good at it. I mean, uh, I deemed that my father wasn't a very good parent because he drank all the time, and well, when my mom would tell him to give us spankings, he always seemed to overdo it. Things like that. He wasn't a very good dad. They took my my dad and I didn't talk for years after I left home because I just had animosity towards him for all the spankings and stuff that he would give me for nothing, you know. So it took years for me to be able to come around and start talking to him again. I feel blessed that God gave me the strength to get back together with him before he died. So I feel comfortable. Well, that's good, one cast. It's good that there's a lot of folks that have two parents, but there's a lot that don't. So the ones that don't, I can feel for. All right, you guys, I'm gonna start thinking about getting out of here. About 4 more minutes. Patches, you just got in here quick enough to get your name on the list. Got about 4 minutes. ATE. Got you on the list for the drawing. Okay, you guys, Backwoods Law was in here. And he told you guys about the new rule, right? Yeah, if your name's on the list for Wednesday, yeah, you have to be in the Saturday's live stream to win. If your name's pulled during the Saturday live stream and you're not in there, I will keep drawing names until someone is in there that wins. And it's not for punishment, it's just that it's a hassle for me to try to find you guys if you're not there. I can message you or email you, yeah, but sometimes I don't get answers back. So this would be the easiest way to take care of the issue, is just to make sure that if you want to win, you'll be at that live stream. So we're going to have a live stream Saturday. You guys all know about that. That will start at 8 p.m. Central Time. But I'm going to do a live stream again tomorrow, so I'm not sure when that will be. I'm going to try to do it in the morning, but no promises. I will leave a notification for you guys. I'll give you guys a notification of when I'm going to be on, but it'll be tomorrow sometime, and then again on Saturday. So until then, I want to thank everybody for coming in. And you guys know I love you to death. I really do. Gonna start a series tomorrow. Probably a 2-part series. So it will be, the title of it's gonna be What If? What if you were on a flight that was going from Boston to LA and it was hijacked? Think about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my video. Thanks for coming. See you next time, guys.